From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. Defense Minister David McGuinty says Canadian Armed Forces members are not engaged in the prosecution of the war against Iran. McGuinty was asked by reporters today whether Canada's military is involved in the war.
Canada was not consulted before this conflict began. Canada has not participated in this conflict, and Canada has no intention of doing so.
The minister also balked at Conservatives' claims the Liberal government's not being open and transparent about the extent to which Canada is being affected by the Iran war. Turkey is among the countries Iran has struck at in retaliation for the war, and Turkey is a member of the NATO military alliance. Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand is in Turkey.
A request has not been made to NATO for the type of assistance that is being requested, and Canada, as a founding member of NATO, continues to support the principles of collective defense and deterrence and stands foursquare behind NATO allies.
Anand would not say whether U.S. President Donald Trump is coercing American allies by linking their lack of support for his war with Washington's involvement in NATO. She says Canada's focus is on ending Iran's blockade of the crucial Strait of Hormuz. The U.S.'s top counterterrorism official has resigned over the U.S. war on Iran. U.S. President Donald Trump responded today by calling Joe Kent weak. Kent says Iran posed no imminent threat to the U.S., and he asserts that America started the war because of pressure from Israel. A Canada Revenue Agency employee has been charged with identity theft and trafficking information. Mounties say their investigation began in March 2022 after the federal tax agency notified authorities one of its employees had compromised taxpayer information. A 35-year-old man has been arrested and charged. It could take years to trace the origins of more than 60 Indigenous artifacts returned by the Vatican. Western University's Cody Grote says part of the problem is how poorly the artifacts were cataloged at the Vatican. He says some are simply labeled as generically as Indigenous Artifact, Eastern Canada. One of the art world's most enduring mysteries may have been solved. As ABC's Jim Ryan reports, the key to the puzzle was found in a police report dating back 26 years.
In 2000, a man named Robin Gunningham was arrested on a misdemeanor charge of defacing a Manhattan billboard. According to Reuters, Gunningham later changed his name to David Jones in a successful attempt at anonymity. Now the news agency says it's identified Gunningham, or Jones, as a street artist whose work sells for millions.
£8,500,000. Sold.
Reuters says Robin Gunningham is Banksy. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, a big blow for the Edmonton Oilers. Star forward Leon Draisaitl is expected to miss the rest of the season because of a lower body injury. The Oilers are at home tonight to San Jose. Also tonight, the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Boston Bruins. Toronto welcomes the New York Islanders. Winnipeg's at home to Nashville, and Vancouver will entertain Florida. In the PWHL tonight, Toronto is at Boston. Canada's Carrie Anderson has won a fifth straight game of the Women's World Curling Championship in Calgary. She says her team made the adjustments it needed to win the game.
I think going forward, we'll know what to expect now for that we played a morning game, and it is getting a little warmer outside. So we just got to be able to adjust to that a little quicker.
Canada faces Switzerland tonight, who have a record of 4-1. And Nolan McLean will get the start for the U.S. tonight against Venezuela in the World Baseball Classic final. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.